We are officially in the era of FAFO, and I am all here for it. It is glorious to behold. Every single story in this video is going to have to do with or tie back to FAFO. So in the LA riots, they sent out the LASD, which is the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, and a rioter assaulted a sheriff in the face. But the best part here is that he was taken down not by a sheriff, but by a bystander who was just fed up with all of it. Take a look. Is it too late to get that guy on like our favorite football teams? Talk about a tackle, and that man obviously is under arrest, facing charges. Another situation of FAFO, you may have seen earlier this week, there was a guy passing out bionic shields as the riots were taking off.
So, I mean, that was quite a shot that we have there of these folks, and your photographer just gave us a great shot of the box that was left behind, which showed the brand of mask. I mean, it's not the kind of thing, thank you for seeing this there. It looks like a bionic shield is what that's called. I mean, that's not the kind of thing that you buy in bulk if you don't plan on doing something with it. And the fact that that's being handed out kind of like candy to everybody here gives you an indication that these folks probably plan to be here for.
Yeah, and it turns out that dozens, if not hundreds, were passed out from that one truck alone. And it's not just the shields coming out of that packaging. They're also coming out in those, what you can see on your screen, the giant brown cardboard boxes. Now, if you look up what a bionic shield actually is, it's supposed to protect you from chemical splashes and flying debris. Specifically, it's meant for machinists and auto body shops. So in the circumstance of a riot, this would protect them from tear gas and pepper spray and basically all the crowd control tools that law enforcement would use to try to disperse these riots, right? So there definitely is some intent there. Now, this specific brand of bionic shield that they showed on your screen is actually available on Amazon, and what's crazy is it's on sale right now. So it's usually being sold for $55.08, but right now it's on sale for $24.99, or excuse me, $29.44. But what you'll notice on top, and many of you especially who are newer to the channel, you might not realize that part of what I do is digital marketing. And I've actually sold things on Amazon before and do a lot of marketing for clients on Amazon. So you'll notice it says 900 plus bought in the past month. Now, let's say you Amazon search candy corn. Most of them are not going to have the number bought in the last month. So basically, anytime that statistic comes up when you're shopping on Amazon, it's because there's a new trend that's coming up, right? So right now, no one's buying candy corn, but come October, when Halloween is right around the corner, all of a sudden you'll see that statistic, 100 bought in the last month, 200 bought in the last month, 2,000 bought in the last month. Why? Because it's a trend line showing, hey, this item is really popular right now. So the fact that this specific brand, 900 bought in the last month, tells you that someone is buying these in bulk. Now, whether it's $29 or $55, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars here. On the low end, probably $100,000. So that really raises the question, who is buying all of these? Who is funding this? But the FAFO in all of this is that the guy who was driving the truck, the guy who was handing all of that out, was actually found and arrested by the FBI. So you can see here he's been taken into custody. His name is Alejandro Theodoro Orellana, and he has been charged, here's a better picture, with conspiracy to commit civil disobedience. So definitely interested to following that case as it moves forward. And by the way, it's not just that brand of bionic shield that's on sale and is trending upwards on Amazon. There are multiple brands, multiple sellers that are selling this. Now, like I said, that raises the question, because if they're passing them out, right? And if the lowest end, they're $29, regular price $55, depending on other sellers, they're all over the place, but these definitely aren't cheap, especially when you're buying them in bulk. So that raises the question, who is funding all of this? And Kristi Noem is on the case, and she revealed that the IRS is getting involved.
with their leadership, and we also have the IRS here that's helping us track how these violent protesters are funded, what NGOs out there, what unions, what other individuals may be funding these violent perpetuators that are in these protests that take people who may be wanting to come and be peaceful, but instead turn these into very violent activities that go after law enforcement. That's just simply not acceptable. And
I love that because they've weaponized the IRS against conservatives and religious groups, and now we're actually turning the tables and not using it to hunt our political enemies, but actually to go after people who are committing crimes and putting lives in danger and trying to disrupt our peaceful communities. Now, what I love about all of this is that the age of FAFO is no longer just an online internet meme. It's now bleeding over into the real world. It is now entering the political lexicon. So in Texas, there have been major protests in cities like Austin. Now, nothing has erupted like they have in Seattle, Los Angeles, Chicago, New York. And a lot of that can be attributed to the leadership of Governor Greg Abbott. And he actually was talking about FAFO here.
Can you define what is like crossing line for those who they don't know, like what is the crossing line in protests?
That leads to FAFO? Violating the law. You break the law, you cross the line, you will be arrested. I was a little bit clearer about this last night in my post last night, and that is there is freedom of speech. However, if in your protest you damage somebody's property or you harm an individual, that's violating the law, and you will be arrested for it.
Last question.
Excellent response right there. Now, there is going to be a lot of FAFO tomorrow because tomorrow are the major protests that are happening nationwide. It seems like the last 24, 48 hours, we haven't heard as much from the LA riots, but tomorrow is the No Kings nationwide protest. In case you haven't heard about it, basically the leftists are coming out in force and they're calling President Trump a king, and so that's why it's called the No Kings protest. Well, President Trump was giving a presser yesterday, and someone in the journalistic crowd asked him, hey, what do you think about this protest? And I thought President Trump's response was just brilliant.
Several No Kings protests planned across the country on Saturday as well. What are your thoughts on those?
What do they call No Kings?
No Kings.
I don't feel like a king. I have to go through hell to get stuff approved. A king would say, I'm not going to get this. A king would have never had the California mandate to even be talking to him. He wouldn't have to call up Mike Johnson and Thune and say, fellas, you got to pull this off, and after years we get it done. No, we're not a king. We're not a king at all. Thank you very much.
And that's absolutely true, and that's why so many cases are going to court, going to the Supreme Court. Every time a judge has ruled against President Trump, he's obliged with their order. He hasn't disobeyed them at all, especially when the Supreme Court issues a ruling. Meanwhile, compare that to Joe Biden when they said, hey, no, you can't forgive student loans with your auto pen, and yet Joe Biden tried to do that. He just flat out was ignoring the court. So who was behaving like the king here? Well, during the press briefing with Caroline Leavitt, another reporter was saying, hey, does President Trump actually support peaceful protests? And it is such a dumb question that Caroline Leavitt didn't hold back. And again, this reporter FAFO'd.
So if there were peaceful protests on Saturday for the military parade, President Trump would allow that?
Of course the president supports peaceful protests. What a stupid question. Raquel.
Oh, I felt the burn and the zing for her. Just, hey, sometimes keep it simple. Simplicity is the best, and I think she just knocked that out of the park. In today's video, I would like to acknowledge Blake Patsy, Helga Shabalaba Ding Dong, Colleen Daly, Rick Shaw, Derek Ray, Houston Sammy Girl, and JJ as the members of today's Governor's Club. These are people who have given super thanks or tips to the channel. I am so glad that you enjoy. Thank you so much. And if you've done a super thanks in the last 12 to 24 hours, I have not forgotten about you. I'm just off schedule right now, but I promise I have you on the list. Last but not least is a big FAFO by two different parties. Number one is a nurse, and number two is the hospital system that employs her. So I actually can't even play this video with the sound because it is so vulgar, so horrific. The background song that she has on repeat is saying F Donald Trump like every 3 to 4 seconds. And on top of that, she's basically threatening people like you or I. She's saying you, your grandma, your grandpa, your mom, your dad, your sister, basically every everyone in your family. She hopes karma comes for you, and it really sounds like a threat. Now, what's interesting is you'll notice she is in scrubs, and I just want to say that I personally downloaded this video from TikTok. It's not like this is an AI video that's going viral or anything like that, or a manipulated video that I took from another source. Like, everything you're about to see, because I thought this story was just too good to be true. And for my own safety, in case they try to come after me, I took these screenshots myself. And for the record, I have them all saved on my laptop with the original metadata, proving that these screenshots were taken by me and not just taken off of social media. So take for that what you will. But it turns out that she works for a place called Northwest College. If you're on X, their account is North_West. They have multiple campuses throughout California, including hospitals, not just training hospitals, but like real, you know what I mean. Well, people started calling them out saying, hey, are you going to hold this nurse accountable? Because she's basically, it sounds like she's threatening patients. She said, karma, you'll see what's coming for you. And to me, it sounded like, hey, you better hope you don't get her as a nurse or she's going to intentionally harm you, right? Because, hey, karma. Well, they wrote, Northwest that is, kindly refrain from sharing inaccurate information. She is neither employed nor enrolled as a student at this institution. And they doubled down on this. They also wrote, Northwest is a nonpartisan organization. We are not affiliated with this person or opinion, and we do not endorse or support specific political candidates' views or actions. Again, please refrain from tagging us or including our name in political posts. Thank you for understanding. Well, like I said, when I saw what was being claimed, I thought it was just too good to be true. So I went to their Instagram account, and I personally took this screenshot. Their Instagram is @SuccessNWC, and you'll see here our vocational nursing student, Brianka P, is the definition of strength and perseverance, and they talk about how great a nurse she is. And look, they tagged her TikTok account right there, Brianna Puebla 12. And if you go to her TikTok right now, you will find that video. You will find other videos of her in her scrubs with a badge that says Northwest on it, identifying her as a Northwest employee. So not only does she have a Northwest badge that she's wearing all over her TikTok, the official Success NWC account tagged her personal TikTok. So if she's not employed by you, if she's not a student, if she's not affiliated, why are you posting her on your official, I mean, look at that, a checkmark, blue checkmark. Why are you posting that on your official Instagram account? And just in case anyone from Northwest is watching this video, I have the receipts on my laptop. I took these screenshots myself. I did not grab them from social media. The metadata is there and it doesn't lie. Now, in case anyone wants to go on Instagram and call them out, this was posted a few weeks ago, April 10, so you'll actually have to scroll back on their feed to find it, but it is there. As always, all of that is just my analysis and commentary. That's what's going on in the world of politics from my point of view, and I would love to hear from you. So obviously, free speech is a thing, right? You can say whatever you want, but it is something else when someone who's dedicated their life to helping others starts not just getting political, but basically wishing ill will and karma and hurt on other people. So what do you hope happens to Brianna Puebla here? Do you hope she gets fired, reprimanded, suspended? Is there some other solution? Basically, what course of action do you hope Northwest takes? Let me know down in the comments below. If you haven't already, please be sure to leave me a thumbs up. I know it's a simple thing to ask for, but it really does help me reach more viewers like you in the algorithm. I will be releasing, hopefully, a minimum of one more video today. I'd like to do two, but we'll see what the workday allows. But in that next video, for sure, I'm going to provide an update on the guessing game. A lot more correct guesses have come in, so keep an eye peeled for those. Be sure to smash that subscribe button and to check out one of these videos.